stretch at the end. What do you feel like allowed them to open things up and close that out?
Well, it's the same old story with our turnovers. We had them at the most crucial times when you need to get shots up, and sometimes we try to force things that are not there and push you in a bad way. It gives them a chance to run out and get an easy score. But I didn't like our spirit the first half. I didn't think we were into the game, but the second half I thought we picked it up. Our starters came in and gave us a huge lift, and they carried it all the way toward the end of the game. And again, you have to make plays down the stretch of games. You got to make sure the ball's going to the right people, and we got to make the right reads and get the ball to that person when they open. And too many times, obviously, late in the game, we gave ourselves too many turnovers.
The times you mentioned just being in those situations may help you learn from them, but do you feel like the guys are making progress at those times or those critical junctures?
It's hard to say. Some nights we do, some nights we go backwards. But you know what? I like the spirit of Sean Kilpatrick. I love the spirit of Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. He's getting a chance to play again, and they play their butts off when they're out there. And unfortunately, we don't have enough guys pulling the rope in that direction. And it's frustrating because I know they can do better. I'm in a point in this season where I'm just going to play the guys that want to play more spirited basketball. And I can't sit and watch guys not give 100% and make the same mental mistakes that we do. So I'm frustrated, but that's just the way I see it. Go ahead.
Rondae looked like he almost fit in pretty seamlessly. I mean, what is it about him that allows him to be such a spark plug? Every time you guys were down, he'd come in, he'd go on, right.
It's his personality. He's a bubbly young man, and he displays that when he plays. His energy level is something that we've missed since he's been out, and I'm happy to see him.
You said you didn't know exactly what to expect because you don't know how to lead the book. But how good was that?
I'm not a psychic.
But how good was that? Was that about as well as you could have expected?
I wish I could have played it more, but it's just unfortunate. I mean, like I said, I think that his spirit was great, and it's nice to have another guy that plays with a lot of energy and with passion. So.
Okay, thank you.
We obviously asked you about closing games out, but you guys fight your way back from this one. What did you feel like they were looking for those last few minutes to widen the gap?
I think it really just came, they made shots towards us and we didn't. We got some good looks and ours didn't just go down. It was unfortunate that we put ourselves in the hole in the game again for so long.
We talked to you often about turnovers, and Tony Brown addressed it a few minutes ago, just saying sometimes in those pressure crunch time moments, you guys have unforced errors. Is there anything you could attribute to that, or why, throughout the course of this season, there's been times that has happened?
Yeah, and again, I thought a lot of it was on us tonight in terms, those turnovers. Like you said, they were unforced. We were just careless and lackadaisical with the ball, and we could have been better. And I think that's why we were such a debacle for the first half of the game.
I know, obviously you want to come away with the win, but looking at this game and seeing what Rondae was able to do out there, what was it like having him back on the court with you guys?
Yeah. Like we talked about pregame, he's just such a spark plug. He brings a lot to the team and definitely takes us up another few notches, and that's what we need from him all night. We've come to expect that from him, and we've definitely been missing him throughout the season.
You know him pretty well. You guys have come pretty close. How nice is it for him to be back on the floor, just as a person and getting back out there? You've been through some tough situations.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know it's like, it was thrilling to see him back out there, and it was just very satisfying to see the way he played after working so hard to make it back to where he's at.
What do you think of that dunk?
It was nice, I tried to do that, but you just can't compete with them.
I know not the outcome that you would have wanted, but what was it like getting a chance to get back there?
It felt good. It felt good to be out there playing with the guys. I know even though we lost, I felt like we fought. There was times where we had a mental lapse, but I feel like overall we fought and there was some spurts in the game, and we were like, wow, we can win this. So, I just appreciate the guys for diving in with me. Did a great job.
You haven't played in 50 games. It's been almost 15 weeks, but it appeared like you fit back in flawlessly. Were you almost surprised at how quickly it seemed like you reacclimated yourself to playing in that game?
A little bit, but then again, I think back to practice, how I am in practice, and the scrimmage, how active I am, how talkative I am. The guys kind of listen to me sometimes. So it was definitely good to be out there and to actually, be going against some of the other teammates. It felt good to be a part of that.
Just walk us through the dunk, because it was pretty dominant, to say the least.
It was really aggressive. I haven't dunked in a while in a game, and I just felt the connection vibe that I knew Brook was about to pass it, and I was like, I'm going up with this one. There's no stopping me. Whether I miss it or not, I'm still going up, and just so happened it was really aggressive.
What was it just like to be out there again? The frustration of not being able to play and the time till being pushed back. What was it like to get back out there again?
Man, it felt good. Just to be out there, to be talking, playing defense, helping my team offensively. I felt good to be a teammate, to be out on the floor instead of in a blazer on the side.
Coach said he wished he could have played you more. Were you told what your minutes restriction was and what the progression is going to be?
In between 14 to 16 minutes. I wasn't really paying attention to how long I was out there after the first quarter, because I was like, might be winding down. But I just had to make the best of what I could while I was out there, and that's what I did. But I also wish I could have played more of that. You gotta listen to the people that are in control of that.
Was your conditioning up to speed if you needed to play more?
In the beginning, no. I was like, but as the game went on, and then as the second half came, I felt more relaxed, and it was just a lot going on in the beginning when I was first time back. And adrenaline's rushing, I don't want to mess up. But after that, I calmed down, and I was like, yeah, if you do this, you're good. So I feel like I could have played more.
There was one play with...
Rondae, when we talked to you yesterday, you weren't even sure if you were going to play this season, and then you turned this is probable, and obviously you played today. Can you just walk us through the last 24 hours of getting from, getting when we were practicing that you're going to play to actually getting in the game and playing as well as that?
Yeah, well, as I said, after practice the other day, you got to expect anything. You never know. I didn't know if I would be, but I kind of kept it, on the good side, good terms, and thinking good spirits, trying to be like, hey, I might get out there, so let's practice, let's work like you'll be out there. It was an if that you might have been out there, so let's work out like every practice like this. So when I was told it, I was like really excited, and man, it was a good thing.
How did you find out, and how did that go? And was it tough sleeping last night, or anything? Was this almost like a first game all over again?
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, we got something to tell you. You can play tomorrow. It was like, oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And it felt good to hear those words.
Who'd you hear him from? Tim? Was it Tim? Or?
Yeah, he had to talk to everyone, and had a meeting, got together collectively, and then he told me.
There was one play with Batum with the 4-point play. It looked like you were right there. Did he kick out his leg or something to draw the foul?
Man, it wasn't much. Like, I couldn't really move because I'm in between the screen and him. But I tried to back up because I felt him, like, shuffling his feet. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what he's about to do. So in the midst of it, I tried to back up, but I couldn't really back up because I'm in between the screen. And then that's how he shoots. So when he shoots, his leg come out, and you got to give the shooter room to land. So I guess I have to take that one on the chin.
Thank you very much.
Getting a lot of the same questions, but you guys fight back and pull yourself and make this a game, but what did you feel like happened? Started to kind of rattle down the stretch.
We started off flat. I mean, that's what happens when you start off flat, and then you try to play catch-up during the middle of the game, and then when you're playing catch-up and you use all your energy trying to play catch-up, at the end of the game, you ain't got no more energy to close the game out.
What about for you individually? Set a new career high in both points and three-pointers. Is it just increasing comfort? Is it just you playing your game? How do you feel like you continue to be not just putting up a bunch of points, but so effective in doing so?
Just playing with confidence, man. I mean, you play with confidence and you play with energy, and just try to outwork everyone. I mean, that's something that I'm really trying to do the most. Just trying to outwork everyone, and my ability and scoring ability and skill will take over everything pretty much. So I mean, if you play with a lot of energy, then it'll help you throughout the game.
Yeah, Tony Brown alluded to that, pointed to both you and Rondae post-game and what you guys brought in. You've been practicing with him, but not in a game situation with Rondae. What did you see out of him, and just what was it like playing with him on the floor and knowing that he's missed such a significant amount of time and then coming back late?
Well, you could tell his legs aren't all the way back. I mean, playing with a guy like that can bring the type of energy that you bring, I mean, that's something that's really huge and that we need on this team. I mean, he brings so much energy, and for a guy that can, with him not having his legs back, you can always hear him talking. I mean, that's something that's huge for us because, I mean, it's all this commotion going throughout the game, and when you're on defense and then you got somebody behind you that's really talking that loud, and you can actually move around with him. I mean, that's something huge. So, I mean, Rondae, he played a good game for his game to be back. He sat out 50 games. So, I mean, when you have a game like that, and I mean, it's amazing.
Rondae's a guy who's under contract with the team for a few years. You just signed a contract with the team for a couple of years. Do you think you fit well next to him? How do you think you guys play?
Of course, man. I mean, he's I would say I'm pretty much the closest to him on the team. I mean, it's a lot of things that me and him do together, but other than practice-wise, I mean, throughout practice, we're competing against each other. I mean, I like playing against a guy like that because, I mean, he brings it all the time, and, I mean, I want to be better. I want to be the best. So, I mean, if I want to continue to keep being the best and trying to be the best, I mean, I just want to play against him. And, I mean, I think he matches my intensity, and I just want to continue to keep playing against him.
Do you play with one-on-one in practice?
Not yet. We haven't got that one yet. But, I mean, when we scrimmage, I mean, throughout the whole scrimmage, I'm guarding him. I mean, I just want to guard him. And then, of course, there's a lot of trash talk, a lot of holding, a lot of fouling. But, I mean, pretty much it pays off in the games. I mean, when we're going through foul situations and we're trying to get through plays, when the other team fouls us, I mean, that doesn't mean anything because we do it throughout practice.
Who's a better trash talker?
Oh, he got that by far. I just sit there and I try to be quiet throughout the most part. I mean, like yesterday, he started doing that yesterday, and me and him got into more so of a little wrestling match throughout practice. So I mean, he's my guy, though. I love that guy, man.
Please don't hurt him.
Yeah. Nah.
What kind of things he say to you?
It's too explicit. Too explicit. I mean, but it's all in good matter. So I mean, when you have, like I said, you have a guy like that that's really continually trying to get better and trying to be the best. I mean, no reason why he idolizes Kobe Bryant. I mean, he plays just like him throughout practice, and I mean, pretty much the trash talking it goes right along with it. So, I mean, when you got a guy like that with the competitive spirit, I mean, it's easy to gravitate to somebody like that.